Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. This is the card we're going to make in just a few minutes. How sweet. We're going to do a little heat embossing. And just a nice sweet little card. First I want to go over with you guys, if you want to do the add-on bundle. I just ordered mine today. But if you wanted to do the add-on bundle for the paper pumpkin, you can do that to August 10th. You have to order by August 10th. And here is the number, 152885. It's $10. The kit in August, for August, is going, because now we're in August, is going to be some treat bags. But they had an add-on kit now. This is something new. And then we're going to be able to make these cards. 24 card bases of 2 different designs with coordinating envelopes. So I thought that this, and it's until supplies last. I got to order mine today, no problem. Because I'm a demonstrator, I could pre-order, so I did a little pre-order today. I was excited about that for fall, so that's nice. But I was intrigued with this, and I wanted to try it for our paper pumpkin when I get the kit this month. Now, if you are a new customer of mine, you are going to get an annual catalog right here. You're going to get 6 6x6 sheets of designer series paper to start crafting with. These are all retired, but they'll be in the front cover, and then you will receive a holiday catalog. Of course, I don't have mine yet. I just ordered those also today. So, but if you have ordered from me in the past year, I might have went a little bit further than that, maybe a year and a half. You are going to get a free holiday catalog, and they will be mailed out on August 5th. So toward the middle to the end of the month, if you've been a customer of mine, at least for the past year, you're going to get a free holiday catalog. And again, if you're new, then as soon as I get them in, and I will send everything to you with the annual catalog also. Okay, so now my 2 free card kits for the month. These are the 2 free card kits. Please check the link below on these cards. They are fancy fold cards. Both of them are like this. There's a video and everything that'll tell you how to put them together. These are the 2 card kits for this month. These are free. And how you get these is you place an order with me, or you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or you're a downline of mine. And then I send you those free card kits. It's that simple. I try to keep things very, very simple because I'm still working and not retired yet. I kind of have to keep things a little simple. I am in the middle right now of designing my Happy Crafting Card Kit class, and I will have that video up this weekend also. So look for that on this channel, and I appreciate everyone stopping by. So let's talk about this card right here. I used the stitch shaped framelits to make the little square here out of our soft seafoam. I used the layering squares right behind it, and that's of Purple Posy. I used the Check You Out because I just love this little guy. I love this little guy. I love just a little note. I say that all the time. If you've ordered from me, I wait a week to make sure that your order comes, and then I send you another email just checking on it. And I always say just a little note checking on your order, and so I just love that. And I use the floral essence, and we're going to make this flower right here. And this flower is embossed with some white embossing powder. Can you see that right there? It might be a little glary. I rarely do anything at night, but I am just into crafting today. I have done a bunch of stuff today. It is amazing. I just got the bug, and I want to be in this craft room, and I just don't want to leave. So I just keep making videos and making cards. So this is another one that I came up with today. There's the inside. So let's look at this kit. Let's move this aside. And let's look at this kit. We will have a base of Purple Posy, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'll just go ahead and use my bone folder real quick here. Notice how I go from the middle out the first time, and then, you know, you could go up and down after you do that first pass. Got a little ink right there, but that's okay. We're going to cover that up. So, like I said, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so we're going to open it like this. Whenever I have a colored card base, I use an inside piece of regular Whisper White. It's at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and it will go in there. And we'll stamp on that in just a moment. And I've used my soft sea foam and my purple posy. What a pretty combination. I ran this through the Subtles embossing folder, and I have my lines going this way. And I love that embossing folder. So we can actually put this down with some Tombow. So when we have a piece that is embossed, we want to use some Tombow. Because of the little nooks and crannies, you definitely want to get this liquid glue into every spot that you can. Now, right to the edge, up into that corner, because you really want that to stick. Just like that. And with Tombow, you don't need much. It is, when it adheres, it adheres. Okay, this is going to go right on the top here. And because this is cut down, we have a nice 1/8 of an inch border around the edge. How pretty. Hey, if you guys ordered from anybody last month, please don't forget to use your coupon codes this month. Okay? And if you are new downlines of mine, you have $10 in coupon codes to use for the month of August, and of course you can pre-order. Now on top of this, what I have here, I love that gingham. You guys know I like that look. This is the 2019-2021 In Colors Designer Series paper, and there's all the new colors are in here. I happen to love the purple posy and the Rococo Rose the best. I have to admit that. So this right here, we can go ahead and already attach to this base. And of course you could use either side, but like I said, I love the gingham. I really hated when the gingham gala went out. I have a pack. I kept me a pack just so that I could, sometimes I just like to get in the craft room and play. And I'll use retired product that I've stashed back because I absolutely have loved it. Okay, there, right there. Now, we're going to use this gorgeous linen ribbon, this scallop linen ribbon, and I just love this. This is purple posy. This comes in all the In Colors, and then it has like this burlap strip in the middle of it. I just absolutely love it. So I cut 5 inches, but I want to flag these ends. And what you do with ribbon, if you want to flag the end, fold it in the middle right there, okay? That is even. Take your snips and just snip it on an angle. That gives you a perfect flag. Okay, let's do this other side. So just fold it. And snip it on an angle. And the ends are then just perfect. So let me put all my little trash. I always have a little trash corner here. Okay, now with this, you definitely want to put this down with some glue. And but I'm going just to use some glue dots. That is fine with this. Actually, it's really one of the best things to use on this ribbon. It's a little thicker. Look how big these glue dots are. These are what are left over from my paper pumpkins, so I was just using these little things up. And I'm going to put 4 on here. And then 1 on the edge there. And now I'm going to start at one end and place this in the center. And isn't it nice with the gingham? I've got actually something to line up on. I just like having that line there. Oh, I'm a little off. So you really want to center this, okay? So let's see. I cut about like 5 inches of it. Perfect. Love that. Oh, I just love that ribbon. I love the burlap in the middle of there, or whatever that is. You could use a crumb cake with it. Even a Sahara sand would look great with that. So there's that ribbon. I hope you guys like that. Okay. Next, what are we going to do next? Let's stamp our little square here. This is cut with a stitched square framelit, and I want to use my Tuxedo Memento black ink with this, and I'm going to use the Just a Little Note that says check you out. Check you out. Just a little note, and tap, 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 and I really want my foam mat on this because I'm on photopolymer and I really want to get good coverage. Down in this corner. Perfect. I'm going to set this aside because then we're going to do a little more with that. Now on the inside piece, where did I put that? Right under here. We are going to stamp. And what I try to do with this is like I line it up on my grid and then I either take it to the bottom or the top. I'll take it to the top here. This is as straight as we can get it, you know. And then I'm going to take my check you out. I like that because it has a little exclamation point. I like that. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle here. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now I'm going to take my soft sea foam. Let's see. And I'm going to use some pumpkin pie. And with my soft sea foam, I'm going to take my little worm here because I'm using, you know, I love to make these stamp sets, get the most bang for my buck. I love to put 2 together. So I took this little cute little worm because you guys know I love him. And then this flower to make this flower here. So just a way to put 2 things that you probably have in your stash there already. I've had a lot of people order those. And I'm going to stamp him here. Oh, he's so cute. And then up in this corner, I'm going to use the little heart stamp that comes here on the check you out. It comes right here with check you out. Nice little heart stamp. And I want to do this in pumpkin pie, but I don't want it full strength. I want to stamp off to get that initial color off of there and stamp it on. I just want light colors. Isn't this nice that we can do this with our ink? Just like that. Oh, I love that. We're going to put that in that card in just a moment. I'm going to bring my envelope in and I'm going to stamp my hearts on my envelope. It only takes a few seconds to decorate the outside of an envelope. And I love to stamp, so I love to do it. But when somebody gets a card from me, they know it's from me because there's stamped images on it. Okay, so we have our envelope is done. And let's see, are we done with all of our stamping? Yes. Okay, let's close the ink up before something disastrous happens. We'll move this and that. Perfect. All right, now we're going to work with this and some Versamark. Oh no, actually what we're going to do to get it out of the way is put this in the middle of the card, and we're just going to use a little snail. Oh, so cute. I just love that little inchworm. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that fun? That is just a fun card. Fun. Okay, now we're going to take this. This is my back for this. Actually, we can go ahead and put that on. Let's do that. Just trying to get as much out of the way as I can before we do this embossing with the powder, okay? Now, on this piece of Purple Posy, and I'll show you the ones that I used. Just kind of center this. And we're going to put only 4 dimensionals on the back of this because the ribbon will run through it. So normally I would put one in the center, but I've got that ribbon there and I don't want that much bulk, okay, by having a dimensional here, because then it'll bow down, because then these will be stuck and then this will have too much behind it. Okay, so there's our embellishment right there. I'm going to move that to the side. And okay, I wanted to show you these. These are the framelits that I used. This is the one from the squares, and then this is the stitched. These are the sizes. So they kind of just nestled into each other like that. All right. So that's what I used there. Now, here we're going to bring in some scrap paper, and you can see I've already done that there. And we're going to bring in, and this is soft seafoam and our Versamark. Versamark, if you're new to stamping, is very clear but very sticky and stays wet for a long period of time. Now, I want to orientate this to the punch. The punch looks like a triangle. Okay, this way it's easy to punch out. So right here, make sure you ink it up really well and then stamp. Oh, I should have had my... Are we good? We're good. Okay, but I want my pad behind here, especially doing this. Especially doing this. All right. I didn't know if I could get 3 on this piece, so I brought that one in. I'm glad I did. Make sure you have a lot, you know, it's very, very wet with your Versamark. Perfect. And now I'm going to bring this one in. And here. Nice. All right, now let me cover this up. Cover that up because you don't want this to dry out. Okay. Now I have my embossing powder right here, white, and I get these little containers at Walmart. They're in the section where like the stationery is, because they're actually for crayons. And then I put the teeniest tiny little command hook up here. And these are little spoons that you can get. They're like little ice cream spoons. There's a place here called the Stock Pot. So I'm putting my embossing powder over this and realizing right at this moment I forgot to use my embossing buddy. But that's okay because we're going to punch this out. See, if I'd used my embossing buddy, see the white right there? That would not be there. So let me get my paintbrush. My little brush here. This brush came in a Paper Pumpkin kit, and it is just fantastic for cleaning up embossing powder. Okay, now we're going to do these 2. So we'll just go ahead, and I just like to pour the powder on there thick, and then I just let it fall back in, give it a tap, and we'll move on to the other one. And then give it a tap. Oh, missed a little piece up here. No big deal, just go back over it. Let's see, I think I missed a little bit up here too. I'll put that there. Just tap it off, tap off the excess. We look pretty good there. All right. Now, let me close this up also because, you know, you get a heat tool in the midst of all this powder and we could have a big mess. Okay, here is our heat gun and I want to put it on 2, so all the way up, and I want it to warm up just a little bit. gets hot in a second. Now, you're going to go ahead and hold this towards your project, whatever you're going to heat emboss. And boy, that sure does get hot. And you're going to watch this is actually melting. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Do you see it melting? I'm probably in my own shadow there because I'm filming at night and I'm not used to it. But as you can see, it's turning white as it melts. Let's see. If I bring this closer maybe. As it melts, it turns white. Isn't that pretty? Just, what a shine. What a nice shine. Oh, I love that. So subtle on this paper, this color, this soft sea foam. Notice I'm not doing this, okay? I'm just letting it heat up and following it, allowing it to melt in a nice even coat there. Oh, that is just beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that fun? What a fun technique. I love to emboss. I get a little intimidated by it, I have to admit. A lot of times. Sometimes I'm not good at it and I do make a mess. You know, and I forget to use the embossing buddy, but this didn't really matter because we're going to punch this out. So this is going to come right in here into this punch. And let me get real close here. Okay, beautiful. And, oh, I love a nice sharp punch. Do you know the, how to sharpen your punches? Just take a piece of aluminum foil and punch, and it'll help sharpen those blades up in there. And now we're going to use this one. Right in there. Lovely. All right. Now, very simply, we're going to take some glue dots and work with these punches that we've just made. Okay, where'd the third one go? They do tend to go. Okay. So, like, the one that you like the most should be on the top. I think this one covered quite well. I think they really all covered quite well, to tell you the truth. So, you know, sometimes you can miss a little piece, but that's okay. So I'll just, doesn't even matter. Now, are you watching what I do sometimes with these glue dots? When I want them to really stick, I take my pokey tool and I push it down in it, and then it adheres it to the project that we're doing. So just 2 of these need glue dots. Especially that's embossed. I really wanted to push it into it. Okay, now, the way you put this together is wherever there is empty space, you fill it in with a petal. Just like that. And now there's empty space here on either side. I'm going to bring this over top. And I'm going to watch where I'm placing this. There's empty space, empty space. And you just want to give it like, so cute. You can turn them and you can push them around and move them around a little bit, just so that you see all of them. Let's take this one and move that just a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to squeeze that together. Now, I'm going to take the bone folder. You could leave it flat if you wanted to. But I'm just going to come across here and curl them up just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit to give it a little bit of lift. And then we're going to place a full-size dimensional on the back. And here we go. We are almost done with this card. So now we're going to place our little embellishment that we made right over the top of the ribbon. Just like that. Didn't that come nice? And now this makes the card. Look how cute that came. The white on the sea foam, so subtle, so pretty. And just right there. Now let's bring our card in. We've already done our inside. Check you out with our hearts. Love that. And here is our card for this evening. I'm sure that this video will go up on Friday, so I should say here is our card for today, but I am recording it Thursday night. So thanks again for being with me. There's a button down here, a link down here that says Shop Now. Please click that. It'll take you to my online store. You can order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Thanks again for tuning in to my YouTube channel, and happy crafting to everyone.